The 401k, the retirement plan that 70 million Americans depend on, was never designed to be a retirement plan. It was an obscure tax loophole buried in the Revenue Act of 1978, written for corporate executives looking to shelter bonus income. A benefits consultant named Ted Benna saw the clause, realized it could apply to all employees, and accidentally created the system that would replace pensions for an entire generation. The 401k wasn't planned, it wasn't tested. It was an accident that corporations embraced because it saved them billions. For most of the 20th century, American workers had defined benefit pensions. The deal was simple. You worked for a company for decades, and when you retired, the company paid you a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. The company managed the investments. The company bore the risk. If the stock market crashed, your pension was still guaranteed. At their peak in the 1980s, over 60% of full-time workers at large companies had access to a defined benefit pension. The system wasn't perfect. You had to stay at one company long enough to vest, and women and minorities were often excluded. But for those who had one, retirement was secure. You didn't need to understand investing. You didn't need to manage a portfolio. The company handled it. Section 401k of the Internal Revenue Code was added as part of the Revenue Act of 1978. It allowed employees to defer part of their compensation into a tax-sheltered account. The original intent was narrow. It gave executives a way to shelter bonus income from taxes. Nobody in Congress envisioned it replacing pensions. In 1980, benefits consultant Ted Benna at the Johnson Companies was designing a profit-sharing plan for a client. He realized that Section 401k could be structured to allow any employee to contribute pre-tax salary to an investment account. Without employer matching, he created the first 401k plan in 1981. The IRS initially wasn't sure it was legal, but by 1982 they issued regulations allowing it. The floodgates opened. Companies immediately saw the advantage. A pension was an enormous open-ended liability. The company guaranteed payments for life, managed the investments, and absorbed all the risk. A 401k shifted everything to the employee. The company's obligation was limited to the match, typically 3 to 6% of salary. No lifetime payments, no investment risk, no actuarial projections. The savings were massive. General Motors' pension obligations once exceeded its entire market capitalization. With a 401k, that liability vanishes from the balance sheet. Between 1980 and 2020, the percentage of private sector workers with a defined benefit pension plummeted from over 60% to under 15%. The 401k didn't supplement pensions, it replaced them. This was the largest transfer of financial risk from corporations to individuals in American history. Under pensions, the company managed trillions of dollars professionally. They hired institutional fund managers, diversified across asset classes, and used actuarial science to ensure solvency. Now, the average American, with no training in finance, no access to institutional investing, and no time to manage a portfolio, was expected to do it themselves. Most people don't. Studies show that over a third of workers with access to a 401k don't contribute enough to get the full employer match, leaving free money on the table. Many pick investments randomly or never change from the default option. And if the market crashes the year you retire, that's your problem, not the company's. 401k plans are loaded with fees that most participants never see. Administrative fees, investment management fees, fund expense ratios, record-keeping fees. Historically, average total fees hovered around 1% of assets per year, though they have dropped recently. That sounds small. It's not. On a $100,000 balance growing at 7% for 40 years, a 1% annual fee reduces your final balance from $1.5 million to roughly $3 million. That single percentage point costs you nearly $470,000, money that went to the fund company, not to your retirement. The financial services industry earns hundreds of billions of dollars managing 401k assets. They have no incentive to make fees transparent, and until recent regulations, they didn't have to. But what if Social Security itself was designed to fail? That's next. After 4 decades of the 401k experiment, the results are in. The median 401k balance for Americans aged 55 to 64, the people closest to retirement, is approximately $88,000. At a safe withdrawal rate of 4%, that provides $3,420 per year, $293 per month. Combined with the average Social Security benefit of about $1,700 per month, the typical American retiree has roughly $2,200 per month in income. The poverty threshold for a single person over 65 is approximately $15,000 per year, $250 per month. A significant percentage of Americans are retiring into, or very near, poverty. The 401k was supposed to empower workers. For most, it hasn't. Ted Benna, the man who created the first 401k plan, has publicly stated that the system he helped build has become a monster. In interviews, he's said the 401k has become too complicated, too expensive, and that it was never meant to be the primary retirement vehicle for an entire country. It was supposed to supplement pensions, not replace them. He's advocated for simplification and default enrollment, getting every worker automatically enrolled at a meaningful contribution rate. Some of these reforms have been implemented through the Secure Act and Secure 2.0 Act, but the fundamental design flaw remains. The 401k puts all the risk, all the decisions, and all the consequences on the individual. The 401k is flawed, but it's what you have. Here's what financial experts generally suggest to maximize it despite the problems. First, contributing at least enough to get the full employer match. It's a guaranteed 50% or 100% return on day one. Second, checking your plan's fees. If the expense ratios are above 5%, consider asking your HR department about index fund options. Third, many advisors recommend increasing your contribution by 1% annually. You won't feel it, but over 30 years, it can transform your outcome. Fourth, if you leave a job, rolling the 401k into an IRA often provides access to cheaper funds and more control. The system wasn't designed for you, but you can still use it strategically. 70 million Americans are counting on a system that was never designed, never tested, and never meant to be the primary path to retirement. It was an accident, and corporations loved it because the risk was no longer theirs. This is educational content, not financial advice.